What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about the 7 steps to buying a house the smart way. We will dive deep into the 7 important steps, tips, and tricks of buying a house the smart way. Buying a house is one of the most important decisions that you ever have to make in life. So you have to make sure that you make some smart choices. With that being said, let's get into it. Number 1 is your credit. Before you apply for a mortgage loan, it is very imperative that you know what's in your credit report and also what is your credit score. You can get a copy from all 3 companies. They are Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, because your credit score will determine your rate. FHA requires a minimum score of 580. 620 is a good goal, but try to shoot for 720. You can hire a credit expert or you can do it yourself. But if you decide to do it yourself, try to commit to it because it will pay off when it's time to get a loan. Number 2 is to create a budget. It's very important. First off, have a realistic idea of how much house you can afford, and there are things that you will have to do. Have a steady income. If you are in sales or self-employed, make sure you have at least 6 to 9 months of money saved. Pay down your student loans, pay down your high interest credit cards. Another quick tip, make sure you get your down payment in place. The general rule is to get a house that costs no more than 3 times your salary. Let's move on to number 3, which is getting pre-approved. Getting pre-approved from your lender will determine how much house you can afford, and also it will show to the seller and your agent that you're a serious buyer. Now, here's a quick tip for you. Get a total estimate from your lender in addition to the pre-qualification letter. There are 4 types of major loan: conventional loan, FHA loan, VA loan, and USDA. Conventional loan is the most common type. Conventional loan is a little bit more challenging if your credit score is less than 620. Number 2 is a FHA loan, which is a government loan. FHA loan requires a 3.5% down, usually cheaper to get, and it requires a lower credit score. Most FHA loan requires a PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. The VA loan requires no money down. And lastly, we have the USDA loan, which also requires no money down. Here's a quick tip for you. It is highly recommended to put some money down even when it requires you not to. Having some money down will give you better rates and terms. It will also make your loan less risky to the lender. There are some great payment assistance programs out there to help you come up with some down payment money. Just check with your state or your lender. Tip number 4 is to hire a realtor. I know I'm a realtor myself, so I'm a little biased on this one. It is a wise decision to at least interview 3 real estate agents and go with the best one. And make sure you establish a solid means of communication with your agent because you will be communicating often. Hiring a realtor will make the process easier when it comes to dealing with contracts and negotiations. A realtor will help you navigate through the process as best as possible. Quick tips: have a list for your realtor. It could be something like need, wish. Need: you must have 2 to 3 bedrooms. You must have a large kitchen because you have a huge family, you love to entertain, and you love to cook. And so wish list is you want a pool, you want a 2-car garage, you want an avocado tree or an orange tree, whatever you're into. Also, make sure you look at as many homes as you can. Don't fall in love with the first house you see. Fall in love with the location first, then you fall in love with the house. You cannot change the location of the house, but you can change your house. Tip number 5 is making an offer and winning the seller over. Now, there are things you can do to make your offer look more desirable. Do your homework to know what the seller's motivation is by talking to your realtor. Contrary to what most people think, money is not always the motivating factor for a seller to accept an offer. If a seller is moving out of state, they might find your offer of less than 30 days close more appealing to them because they have to go. So have less contingency is appealing. And make sure if you're paying cash, make sure you wear the t-shirt that day that says that you're paying cash, because that will take your offer straight to the top, because cash is king. You can write a letter to the seller explaining why you are the best person for the home. Another trick is, in a buyer's market, you have more flexibility. So use the opportunity to ask the seller to pay for things like inspection fees, mortgage points. It doesn't hurt to ask nicely. Do me a favor, if you're finding value in this video, please hit the subscribe button down below and comment. It'll mean so much to me. Much appreciated. Let's move on to number 6, which is inspection. Inspection is very important when it comes to buying a house, considering most deals fall through around inspection. The sale of a house is contingent upon inspection. Contingencies may vary, but the final decision is when you receive and examine the final inspection report. If there are repairs that need to be made, make sure your agent present the entire report to the seller all at once, instead of itemizing every single report one by one. Give the seller a generic total amount for all the repairs so you can negotiate down. This trick will help you save thousands of money. Tip number 7 is closing final walkthrough. Congratulations on passing inspection. You will need to do your final walkthrough around the house with your agent to make sure that everything is still okay. Now it's time to go back to your lender and get your loan finalized. And don't forget to purchase homeowners insurance. And finally, you're a homeowner now. It's time to move into your brand new home and enjoy. Let me know down below which tip you like and which one you will use next. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. Let's start a conversation. I post videos every Wednesdays and Fridays. So hit the bell for notification and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys, love you.